Hello and welcome to the Ridiculously Good VA Show with Tracy Daviero. If you are a virtual assistant or want to be one, this is the place to learn the tips and tricks you need to become a ridiculously good VA. I've been a part of the VA industry since 1998, and I'm excited to get to know you and help you build an amazing business. Let's go. Hey there, welcome to another episode of the podcast that teaches you how to be a ridiculously good virtual assistant. If you are stuck and need help moving forward, fast track over to yourvamentor.com/chase to book a complimentary cut to the chase call with me so we can talk about the ways that I can help you. Today, I want to talk about finding VA clients online. It is so much simpler than you think it is. Today's quote is from Rashid Ogunlara. Until you understand your customers deeply and genuinely, you cannot truly serve them. This is a really important part of the simple that I want to talk about today. You really do need to get to know your clients before they are going to want to work with you, but you also need to know them to find them and to get to know them. It's a whole lot in there, isn't there? Let's go. Finding virtual assistant clients online is not hard. In fact, it is very simple. You're going to hear the word simple a lot today. If you're struggling to find VA clients online, then you're probably missing one or more important pieces of this still very simple puzzle. And today I want to talk about some things that you can do to find your best clients online, to connect with them, and to start working with them. Everyone will tell you that the demand for VAs is increasing, and they're not wrong. Since the pandemic, the world of virtual working or remote working, if you prefer that term, or if it's more common for you, has really boomed. It seems that more and more workers want to dictate their own terms, and some of them are able to do that, working from home, hybrid schedule, that type of thing. But enter the VA businesses. We get to work remotely. We get to set all of our own boundaries and rules up. To me, it's the best of both worlds, except that one thing, the customers. When we're working remotely, it's a job. We have a job. We have a steady paycheck. We have a boss. We have an endless list of tasks that are tied to that job, and we get paid for it. So while they want our lifestyle, we want their steady work without all the fuss. So getting clients who are going to pay us to do their work can be a challenging part of being a VA. But I really think that a lot of VAs actually make the client acquisition process a whole lot more difficult than it needs to be. It's really quite simple to get great clients. It might not be easy every single day, but it is much easier than you think. Today I have 5 simple tips for you that are going to help you put yourself out there and get great clients that will value you and the work you do and who will pay you well. And that's really all we want, isn't it? Number 1 is optimize your online presence. The very first place you should start is focusing on what you're putting out there, your online presence. A lot of VAs might mistake this meaning a website, and that's absolutely not what I'm talking about. In fact, VA websites are one of the number 1 distractions for new VAs. They spent months, yes, I'm telling you months, and some of them maybe even years, trying to perfect their website, thinking that as soon as it's live, they're going to be inundated with clients who are trying to hire them. Your online presence is not that. It's different. And all it actually means is what you're putting out there online about your business, and of course, where you're putting it out. To begin with, I always suggest social media profiles and pages as being your online presence. A website is definitely useful, but not if it takes you months to get it done, and if it distracts you from all of those other things that you should be doing to start your VA business or to find clients. So simply set up your social media profiles. Usually I suggest LinkedIn because it's all business oriented, a Facebook page because everyone is on Facebook all the time. And there is no need to use your Facebook profile, and maybe even an Instagram if you know your clients are there. In fact, any social media profile that you're using should reflect where your clients are hanging out. And if you don't know where they're hanging out, then you have to figure that out. Don't go to the trouble to set up profiles on every single platform and try to provide content to them. You're going to struggle to create that content and to create that engagement that you're looking for. Focus on 1 or 2 and do them well. And then if you want to add another one, then add another one. In any scenario, you want to use keywords in your content and your headlines to match what your clients are looking for in searches. And yes, they do search. That's the whole reason that we go to social media places, to find the people, the providers that we want to work with. And you want to showcase your skills and services in that way as well. LinkedIn is obviously fairly easy to do this with. It works like an online resume. Even still, fill in your profile as completely as you can to make the most of that platform. There are lots and lots of great ways that you can showcase your services to your clients. Use the featured section if you want to showcase some of your best work. Facebook has less job type stuff on it, but the one crucial area on your personal profile is to connect it to your Facebook page. That way anyone who does land on your personal profile can find your business page really easily and click over to it. There are so many VAs I know who don't have those connected. You don't need to use your Facebook business profile, your Facebook personal profile, to promote your business, but you should have a place for people to find your business. It's really simple, and so many people just don't do it. So it really is about being smart with your profiles. You want to make them work for you. And the main key with any content that you create is make it about your clients, not about you. I'll talk a little more about that later on. Your clients don't need to hear how great it is to be a VA and how much you love it. They only need to know how specifically you can help them with their business. So create content that speaks to them, about them, and for them. That's your key to optimizing your online presence. This is when it's so important to understand what they need help with, what they're struggling with, and how you can showcase your services so that they know that you're the help that they need. It's called getting to know them and showing them that you can help them. It's very simple. When it is time for a website, do the same things. Language is going to be your key, the words you use. And of course, connect it to those amazing social media profiles. Number 2 is networking in business communities. The very first thing new VAs do is they seek out all of the VA communities that are online. It's awesome. There are a lot of them. I host a few, and I really enjoy them. It's our water cooler, right? Our colleagues, and we can get support when we have questions or problems in our business, no matter what stage we're at. However, you're not going to find clients in those VA groups. Okay, so some of them do have clients in them. I don't like that personally, but when a client posts for help, you're actually at their mercy. You kind of have to be present all the time so that you're the first one to answer. They're almost always going to go with one of the first VAs that responds. And to me, that's not really the way that we want to be presenting our service business. Or maybe they'll be inundated with responses and they'll just grab some and take the lowest bid. And we don't want to be doing that either. I prefer instead to show VAs the better way. Join the entrepreneur groups, the groups where your potential clients are hanging out with their colleagues, where they're talking about their business or learning something or networking or maybe just hanging out. That's where you're going to be able to become a part of the community that they're also in. That's where you'll get to know them and where they'll get to know you. The key here is to show up to help, not to sell. In fact, so many groups have no selling rules, and I think that's a really good thing. I don't even let clients into my groups. My VA groups are just for VAs. I go and network with business owners in business owner type groups. You don't show up in a group and then start telling people to hire you. It's not going to get you clients. It's a sure way to get ignored or even just to annoy the group members who are there to help each other and to get to know each other. And that's why you need to be there too. I will tell you, in my experience in being of rooms full and groups full of amazing entrepreneurs, there are very few VAs in those groups. VAs are in the VA groups, not realizing that they're in the wrong place to get the awesome clients. So the few VAs in those entrepreneur groups are getting all the clients, at least the ones who speak up are. And it doesn't take long when you're genuinely a helpful part of the community, like a Facebook group or a networking group, for people to start tagging you and referring you, and yes, hiring you. Show up, help people every day, and you're going to get clients. It's simple and it's really easy. You just have to find the right community. And sometimes that takes getting to know your clients and where they hang out. Something you need to learn anyway. I will tell you that every single day. So go find them, hang out with them, participate, help them, and get clients. There's your simple. Number 3 is create some free stuff. One of the best ways for people to get to know you better is to be able to sample your expertise. It's rare that somebody's going to see you online and suddenly hire you, especially if you are charging what you're worth. If I need a VA, I'm going to want to ensure that we're a good fit, that they know the things I need them to know, that our personalities and our working styles align, that they come highly recommended by others, and that they love what they do and they spend time showing people that. Enter your free stuff. I know you might hate me for saying this, but video is really the easiest free stuff you can put out there. If you can provide some simple videos giving advice, showing how your clients can work with you, talking about how you've helped people before, that's really good testimony. I tell the story of a VA colleague who started a YouTube series called 2 Minutes with the VA many years ago. I think it's still available on YouTube. They were literally 2-minute videos where she talked about the things that her clients needed to know about working with a VA. Pretty simple. It helped her by easily creating content that her audience or community wanted to know, things people asked her every single day, or could use to get to know her better. And it certainly showcased her expertise and her willingness to show people how she loved her work. And it showed her personality and her working style too, all in one. These things are super easy to do in video. And now think about all of the video platforms that are out there: TikTok, Instagram, even Facebook Lives. 2 minutes is not difficult to do, and it's really, really helpful. Obviously, we know this because there's so many platforms out there. And the idea is to put yourself out there on video if you can. It does go a long way to building that know, like, and trust that your clients often need before investing in getting support from you. There are other free things you can put out there too: blog posts, ebooks, templates, resources like mini trainings and checklists. These are excellent to help you build a mailing list of potential clients. So remember that social media is not owned by you. I think that's always very important to reinforce. And building a mailing list is a great way to build your business. When someone subscribes to your list, they trust you in that moment, or they want to trust you. And then you can show up in their inbox every week to give them even more tips. It's a great way to build your own community that trusts you and your expertise. I don't suggest offering free services as your free stuff. That often comes up when we talk about building trust, and personally, I'm against it. Professionally, I'm against it. Instead, focus on creating content that gives that free taste, and then get your audience on discovery calls where you can discuss how specifically you can help them. That's simple, right? Talk about what you know in writing or in video. And believe me, when I'm talking to VAs about what they know, they are amazing. They go on and on. If you're struggling and you feel like you can't confidently talk about the services you offer, honestly, book a cut to the chase call with me and I'll show you how you can talk about what you know. Number 4, market on social media. Now, I know we already talked about social media, but this isn't the same thing as networking on social media. This time we're talking about marketing, simple marketing. When you choose the platforms that you're going to be present on, you need to show up and be present. It's social networking after all, isn't it? Creating content, great content, is the essential key. You want to make your social channels work for you, especially when you aren't present on them. Remember, this isn't the networking part, this is marketing. So you need to create content that no matter when your clients see it, is going to make them think, that's what I need help with. If you strive to work with 4 main topics in your content and then rotate those topics each week, every month on week 1 you'll talk about A, week 2 you'll talk about B, and so on and so on. It makes it easy to create your content when you do it in this way. And of course, those 4 main topics should be uber relevant to your clients. And those topics are going to be different for every VA because our businesses are all different. Our services are different. Our clients are different. We are different. But consistency is essential when you're creating content. You don't have to create a lot, but it has to be published regularly so your clients can come to rely on you and again, build that trust. So don't post 4 posts this week and then nothing for a few weeks after that. Post 1 a week if that's all you have the capacity for. Post consistently, and your clients or your audience are going to notice that. You're going to show up in their feeds and they'll get to know you, like you, and trust you, which is the most important part. In terms of relevant content, that's where getting to know them comes right back into play. You have to know who your audience is in order for your content to land with them. Remember, you're not posting for the good of your health. It's not about quantity, it's about quality. You're posting because you're marketing your services to them. You want to talk about them. You want to talk to them. What do they struggle with and how can you help? The more you know about their business, the better. If you're working with speakers, content can be about things like how you can help your clients find great gigs or create engaging talks, or the software that you use to manage their leads or their follow-up, maybe organizing their scheduling, their consults, that type of thing. You're going to know specifically from the services that you provide what that content will be. And when you know what your clients do in their business, how they work with their clients, your content should speak directly to that. And when they see it, even if it's in the middle of the night, they're going to say, that's what I need help with. And that's your goal. And finally, we have leverage testimonials and referrals. The best way to get a great client from another great client, or at least a great connection, do great work and get referrals. That in itself is very simple. But a lot of VAs I know don't collect testimonials from their clients. I know I didn't do a great job of it for a while, but I do now. I love to hear how I've helped someone in their business, and I love to share that with other people. And although testimonials don't always need to get the visibility you want, you don't have to be posting them on your social media unless you want to. They do get noticed by those people who are about to make a buying decision. Think about it. If you're on the fence about buying something and there are reviews or testimonials, you check them out, don't you? I know I do. If others say it's good and I've already figured out that it can probably help me, then I'm in. And your clients are the same. They want to know that others think you're awesome too. They're already interested, and having someone else tell them that you're great too helps. That's very simple. Referrals are the same. A lot of entrepreneurs simply ask their colleagues who to hire as a VA. They don't do research. They don't do anything. They just want to know, who should I hire? Who do you suggest? They're as anxious as we are about their own business. And having someone else say, call Tracy, really helps. Helps you and it helps them. And the cool thing about referrals is they don't just have to come from your existing or past clients. They can actually come from that community that I keep talking about. Being part of a community and helping other people every day is a really easy way for the people in that community to get to know your expertise, your personality, your commitment to your work, and to your clients. And referrals are so easy to come by when you are the one showing up and helping people every day. Like I said, in most of the entrepreneur communities, you're going to be one of a few VAs, or maybe even the only one. I've been the only one in the group before, and I got all the clients. I always say that the surest way to get a referral is to give one first, and that's also true. So make sure you're also giving testimonials and referrals to people who you're working with and getting to know. You may say, but Tracy, if someone hasn't worked with me, how can they refer me? Well, it comes back to that know, like, and trust. If somebody's looking for a VA who provides marketing services, and that's what I'm putting out there, the group I'm networking in knows that I provide those services, they can refer me. Then it's up to me to do a discovery call with that referral to see if we're a fit. The best thing you can do is define who your ideal client is and what your specific services are, but there is no bad referral. If you talk to someone that ends up not being a good fit for you, you can still help them. You can still tell them who they're looking for and maybe even where to find that person. You don't have to find someone for them, but you can still help them by telling them what to do next. And that builds know, like, and trust too. And then honestly, that client that you've never even worked with or that wasn't a good fit for you will probably even refer you to others because they know that their people will get the right information from you. And maybe they'll know that you're the right one for them. It's all good. I'm going to leave it here for today, but I hope I've given you some really simple ways to get clients online. You will get out of it what you put into it. Let's circle back quickly to today's quote. Until you understand your customers deeply and genuinely, you cannot truly serve them. It really is all about knowing your clients. It helps you with your content, it helps you with where you need to show up, and it helps you showcase your expertise. And it helps you get clients that are a good fit for you. It's all very simple. Here's a quick recap of what we did talk about in this episode. Just as a reminder, I know it's a lot of stuff. Optimize your online presence or presences. Network in business communities. Create some free stuff. And honestly, have fun with that one. Market on social media. Be really clear that that's what you're using it for. And leverage testimonials and referrals. These really simple things that you can focus on doing well that are going to help you get in touch every single day with clients who need you. Never mind creating endless content on every platform. Instead, do a little bit well. Never mind spending months on a website. Instead, focus on connecting with real people. Never mind cold calling or cold messaging people on LinkedIn. Instead, become a part of a really great community. And never mind waiting for clients to find you. Instead, have others spread the word for you. Create all of this yourself by simplifying, getting really clear on who your clients are and what they need help with. If you're ready to get some help to find clients, that's where I come in. I am here for one reason and one reason only, to help you become a ridiculously good virtual assistant, just like the podcast is called. I've helped hundreds of VAs who are stuck get moving through private coaching, group coaching, and live and self-study trainings. If you want to talk about how we can work together, let's connect on a cut to the chase call. You can book yours at yourvamentor.com/chase, CHASE. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Ridiculously Good VA Show. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. For more great resources for your VA business, visit my website at yourvamentor.com. I'll see you back here next time.